I actually feel that this technology should be more complementary. But the thing is, I think a lot of the people in Silicon Valley and these co-founders, they have good intention, right? They see inefficiencies, they see a need in the market, so they go, wow, why can't we just do this better? And so, that's how it starts off with. But I think even those people and those engineers that maybe align with someone that is an agent or a broker and a veteran that kind of has that conversation where I'm an engineer, I could build whatever, I know everything about that. Tell me about your industry. And then they get kind of that downloaded input. And all of a sudden you get this more efficient, fast product. But then the misconception always is that you could replace the human element. So the veteran might have left off all those intricate stories about hand-holding, about midnight calls. There's a lot of that that's layered into the transaction. It wasn't a definite yes or a no, like what people think, right? Oh, decide to list. Yes, definitely. The story that you highlighted is there's so much nuance. It's understanding, okay, what are their concerns, having empathy, being transparent, but then being a consultant and advisor and be willing to kind of buy into, okay, I really want to help you in all facets. And so many, agents that I've spoken to are counselors, are dog walkers, are experts of so many different facets, because people go, well, look, I know I could shop 100 different vendors for 100 different things that I need that's a part of this house, because it's not just a clean transaction for the house. It's everything that's involved, that's tied to life, that's tied to that house and that transaction. So now you're everything for them, right? So,
when you can give that advice of everything to do with it. And there's other stuff like there's so many people that think, especially when they first become an investor, right?
Yeah.
That they think it's going to be like watching one of those television shows. Right?
They're so popular though.
Because there's so many of them. I'm hooked too, right? But because there's so many of them, I have a really close girlfriend that we've been friends since we were 12 years old. She's the person that I'd call at 3 o'clock in the morning and she'd come help me bury the body, right? But she was talking about wanting to invest in real estate and she wanted to do fix and flips.
Sure.
She doesn't clean her own house. She doesn't buy her own groceries. She doesn't mow her own lawn.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure she's not going to be a fix and flip person, right?
No.
But when I started asking her effective questions a couple of years back, why do you want to do this? I want to provide more of a future for my kids. She's a single mom. I want to provide more of a future. She's made a great living, but I want to provide more of a future. I want to be able to teach them more things. I want to help other people that were in the circumstances I was in.
Right.
And I said, okay, so now we found a lane. She lives in a town that has the best school system in the state, public school system in the state. I said, everybody that gets a divorce is going to move here and half of them are going to rent condos because they just split their income in half and they can't afford to buy a house again.
Right.
And so they're going to rent condos and they're going to stay until their kids turn 18. So you have a tenant for 10, 15 years that are going to take care of the property and really appreciate the fact that they can keep their kids in the same school system and that things don't change that much. You've already been through divorce. You understand these people.
Yeah.
You can understand what they're going through. That to me sounds like a better idea. Well, she owns 40 of them now. And she is probably about $400 a month up on every single one of them that she still has a mortgage left on.
Yeah.
That was a brilliant idea for her because that fits her lane. It fits where her intent is. But you really need to, that's why you need to understand the person too. And you can't do that by me just pushing a couple of buttons on a computer, that you can really help that person and really make a difference in their lives.
Agreed.
To me, it's always about being the solution. And so those people will excel. We're going to have room for other people, but it's having somebody in technology, and we're seeing even the people that are in leadership in those companies, it's kind of a revolving door, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Many of them have had multiple CEOs, right?
Yeah.
But they end up with this, magic, beautiful parachute when they leave, and they walk away with stock options, and someone else comes in. I don't know if that's the same level of seriousness that you want. And it's not that I think there's a bad thing with getting a return on investment, and I don't think it's a bad thing to be profitable. But I think that the knowledge that you need in this business, I mean, would you go get financial advice from somebody that just got their license yesterday?
No. I'm even betting the people that have all that experience. I still want the best out of them.
That's right. And so I think that this, even having these people come in, it's definitely creating some fear in people. But if they would just stop and take a step back and say, okay, what do I know and who do I know and how can I improve what I'm doing right now?
Right.